There's a new generation of chess superstars, and folks, they are taking over. Leading the charge is a young prodigy from India who is just methodically dismantling the old guard. His name is R Praggnanandhaa, or Prag, as everyone calls him, and his rise has been nothing short of spectacular. And to really understand him, we gotta start with this one story that just says it all.
Okay, so picture this. It's 2022, it's 2 o'clock in the morning in Chennai, India. 16-year-old Pragg has just pulled off the unthinkable. He's beaten the world champion, the legend himself, Magnus Carlsen, for the very first time. He rushes to wake up his dad to tell him this incredible news, and his father's reaction? A simple, very understated, good. Before he just rolls over and goes back to sleep. That's it.
I mean, you have to laugh, right? It's a hilarious family moment. But it also tells you so much about the calm, focused environment that produced one of the most exciting talents in chess today. So who exactly is this young grandmaster who can beat the world's best player and get such a wonderfully low-key response back home?
So yeah, his dad's reaction was pretty chill. But for Pragg himself, that victory was huge, absolutely monumental. It was so much more than just a single win. It was a massive psychological breakthrough for him.
And you can hear it right there, in his own words. See, before that win, he felt like the top players were in a different world. But beating Carlsen? That was the proof he needed. That was the moment he realized, hey, these guys aren't invincible. I can beat them. That one game just unlocked a whole new level of self-belief that would change his career forever.
And you have to understand, that win against Carlsen didn't just come out of nowhere. It wasn't some fluke. It was the result of a childhood spent mastering those 64 squares, collecting titles at a speed that honestly left the entire chess world breathless.
Just look at this progression. In 2013, he gets the FIDE Master title. That's your first big step on the international ladder. Then just 3 years later, at only 10 years old, get this, he becomes the youngest international master in the history of the game. And that already signifies near grandmaster strength. And then boom, just 2 years after that, he secures the ultimate title, Grandmaster.
That's the exact age he became a grandmaster. At the time, he was the second youngest person ever to do it. To put that in perspective, most professional players spend their entire lives chasing this title, and Pragg achieved it before he was even a teenager. It's just incredible.
Now, for anyone who's not deep in the chess world, the Grandmaster title isn't just a ranking, it's the highest honor in the sport. It's a permanent title awarded by FIDE, the International Chess Federation, and it basically means you've reached the absolute tippy-top elite tier of chess mastery.
So we've established he's a prodigy, we get it. But how does he actually play? What makes him so dangerous, even for the world's most experienced players? Well, it comes down to a very particular and very deadly style. What's really fascinating is how his style contrasts with his peers. You take his fellow Indian superstar and current world champion, Gukesh. Gukesh is known for being volatile, aggressive, he loves creating chaos. Pragg is the total opposites. Commentators describe his style as constricting and Karpovesque, which is a huge compliment, comparing him to the legendary champion Anatoly Karpov. He doesn't go for knockout blows, he slowly suffocates you, just taking away all your space and all your hope.
And the secret weapon behind that constricting style? It's not just some vague positional feel, it's raw computational power. That suffocating pressure on the board is backed by an ability to see deeper and more accurately than his rivals, a skill he's been honing with his coach R Ramesh since he was a very young kid.
So you take that prodigy-level talent, you mix it with a mature positional style, and you back it all up with elite calculation, and what do you get? You get the absolutely explosive year he has had in 2025. This is the year Pragg went from being a top young player to a true contender for the world's #1 spot. Just look at this run of victories. He wins the prestigious Tata Steel tournament, then he wins the Superbet Chess Classic in Romania, and he wins the Ooze Chess Cup Masters. These aren't minor events. These are super tournaments, stacked with the best players on the planet, and he's winning them back-to-back.
And with those wins came a flood of rating points. Now, at the top level of chess, gaining even a few points is a massive struggle. Pragg didn't just gain a few. He took a giant leap. This chart really shows the impact. In January 2025, he was rated a very strong 2741. But by August, after that incredible string of victories, his rating had shot up to 2779. A nearly 40-point gain in just 8 months is an almost unheard of climb in the chess stratosphere. It's like a rocket ship.
And where did that rocket ship land him? Well, after a key win at the Cinquefield Cup in August, his live rating hit 2784. This vaulted him to world number 3, overtaking American superstar Fabiano Caruana and putting him in this truly rarefied air behind only Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura.
So what does all this mean in practice? It means the established legends are taking notice. Pragg himself put it best, saying he and his generation have finally earned their respect. The top players no longer take massive risks against them because they know they can get punished. They are treated as equals. You see, Pragg's incredible ascent isn't happening in a vacuum. With Gukesh as the reigning world champion and a host of other young Indian talents right behind them, the center of the chess universe really seems to be shifting. The question is no longer if this new generation will take over, but how soon.